It's a 4-year study to look at bioretention on textile right-of-way. It's in 3 phases. There was an extensive literature review where they looked at all the standard practices across the nation. There's a pilot experimentation project which actually took some of the results from the literature review. We set up a pilot project, and then there's the actual construction demonstration project on textile right-of-way. By law, that we have to design in our highways, vegetated swales, the grassy swales, and that takes out some of the total suspended solids. But certainly the day could come where it might be other pollutants like copper or lead or zinc might be regulated, and so this is what the bioretention looks at, what other pollutants can be removed from the stormwater runoff. I mean, it's essentially a greener way of coming up with a stormwater best management practice. Typically our stormwater ponds for the Edwards Aquifer are large and a lot of concrete riprap, and frankly they're kind of ugly. They serve the purpose, but they're kind of ugly to look at, and they take up a lot of land. And so what we're hoping is bioretention would shrink that size of right-of-way requirements and also be aesthetically more pleasing, but also treat other stormwater pollutants as well that we typically don't capture now. We took 5 dumpsters and filled them with a 30% compost, 70% sand mixture. In 4 of those boxes, we put a different vegetation mix. We had a brush mixture, textile standard seed mix, we had native grass mix, and then common Bermuda. And then one was just a control box with no vegetation. What we did was put synthetic runoff where we knew percentages of certain pollutants through these boxes to simulate storm events. We're putting like copper, zinc, lead, and total suspended solids, so silt and clay particles. After that, we could then determine the detention times of the stormwater runoff and then also the percentages of pollutants removed. What we found was we probably had a little too high compost mix in the boxes, like I said, 30%. And what we found was that we still had a lot of nitrogen, phosphorus, and copper coming out, and that's probably due to the leaching from the compost itself. So we're going to take those results and then we're going to move it to the field and do an actual demonstration project in the brine district, where we're probably going to alter the vegetation a little bit, but also greatly reduce the compost percentage. And one thing that is surprising, what we found is because we had a lot of fire ants in the dumpster boxes, that actually greatly increased the infiltration rate and allowed that water to come through a lot faster.